Hi everyone, this is Ricky with scrapbookpal.com. Thank you for watching. Today I'm going to show you how to make an alcohol ink background along with finishing a card with it. So let's get started. What I did was I pulled out some of my favorite colors of Tim Holtz alcohol inks. I pulled out some reds, some yellows, and some oranges. And I also pulled out a few of the pearls as well. Basically, I just played around with this, and you can add as much alcohol ink as you want. Just make sure you're either using Yupo paper. This is the brushed silver paper by Tim Holtz. But just as long as you have that type of paper, you can continue to add until the look that you get. I went on for a little bit longer, and then I finally finished and dried this off. The next thing I want to do is add some foiling to this, and I could have put this through my laminating machine and it probably would have been best, but I was lazy and I didn't. So I decided to take some of this foil and just use my bone folder to try to push it down onto the cardstock. Now this sticks to the alcohol ink because sometimes the alcohol ink is a little sticky once it starts to layer on top of one another. So here it didn't pull too much off, but you can see that there is some red foil on the card. It looks really nice, especially in real life, around the lights and everything. Super nice. Now the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and stamp out the flowers that I'm going to be using. I'm using a stamp set from Fawn called Our Friendship Grows. And I'm basically just going to be using these as white images. I'm not going to be coloring them in. We're going to use some Fawn jet black ink to go ahead and get this stamped out. And as you can see, my lights were having a little issue. They were going back and forth. But so I'm going to go ahead and get this down onto the Misty and go ahead and get that stamped in. Now I do stamp this twice because it wasn't a very good image the first time. And it's probably because I need to fill this ink pad up. But yeah, go ahead and get this stamped out twice. That's why the Misty is excellent. Love this tool. Next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cut down this card, or the card front here, and I'm going to cut it to 4 by 5 1/4. And I wanted to keep some of the silver onto the card, so that's why I decided to keep it on the top of the card. Now we're going to be cutting this paper just a bit shorter or a bit longer than 4 by 5 1/4 because we wanted to build a frame behind this colorful image. Not very good at the measurements. I kind of need to learn those. Don't make fun of me. Next thing we're going to do is glue everything down. We're going to use some Fawn glue here that you can also pick up at scrapbookpal.com. Most of these items you can pick up there. I'm going to go ahead and get this glued down. Looks perfectly framed. I'm so proud of myself. I can't believe I did it the first time. Didn't even have to move the paper. Then we're going to glue that onto the card base, which is 110-pound Solar Nina White Classic Cardstock at 110 pounds. Whew. I know I say it every time, but that's like the longest name ever. Anyway, now we're going to go ahead and get some 3M foam tape or some foam dots or foam adhesive, whatever you may like to call it. We're going to get this on back of the flowers and the flower pot and the stem. And for the stem, you have to cut a super skinny piece. I didn't show you, I don't believe, this whole process, but yeah, you're just going to put foam tape on the back of everything so that we could go ahead and get it propped up off of the card to give it a little dimension. Now the next thing we want to do is also put a sentiment on the inside since there's not one on the outside. And I'm using a sentiment that's from the same stamp set. And we're also going to be using Fawn's chili pepper ink. And this is kind of like a dark red, kind of a brick red, I guess maybe it would be considered. Not for sure exactly what color it is. It's red. That's all you really need to know, right? And it says, our friendship grows brighter each day, which is awesome. And I decided to have the flower as just white on the outside because I wanted to make sure that that background popped. And with just the white on top, it makes it look excellent. One thing that I like to do also is take strips of this paper that are going to normally be wasted and just put them inside of the card as a liner along the fold of the card. I try to do this on most of my cards so I don't waste any paper, but yeah, it's not something you have to do, but it's just nice. Finally, we're going to go ahead and get this card put together. We're going to go ahead and get everything adhered to it. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you head over to scrapbookpal.com and go ahead and make an order over there. They have a lot of great sales, a lot of great items. Also, make sure you follow them on Instagram and on YouTube where you are watching this video. And please also make sure you find me on YouTube by searching for Bromero Cards, or Instagram, Bromero Cards, or Twitter, Bromero Cards, all the socials, Bromero Cards. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this. I hope you're being safe. I hope your world is great. And I will talk with you soon. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.